Season 8 has ended. The watch is over. Hopefully this is not a rerun. Hey, it's Brainmuffin back with a beer review, and today I have a beer I got for $5 at Jungle Jim's. It was one they were trying to get rid of. It's Game of Thrones. And I don't know if I've reviewed it or not. And I know I'm behind a lot of beer reviews. This was December of last year. I know I was at a bottle share though. So that may be where I had it. 8% alcohol. Now, this may be one of these things that doesn't age well, and it should have been consumed back in October of last year. The Ommegang Brewery is very odd. I went to a beer tasting years ago with a former coworker of mine. I mean, he wasn't former at the time. And we both had the exact same response. We liked a lot of the beers. I bought a couple bottles of stuff. He bought some other stuff. I had it like 3 weeks later, and I didn't like it. And I'm like, was I more inebriated than I thought? He had the exact same experience. And so I don't know, and some of you may remember the blue glass. Yeah, it's broken. So this Game of Thrones series, I don't know if they're trying to make it disappointing because that's what happened with the series itself. Oh, but that smells so good. Oh, it's got syrup, maple syrup. I can definitely smell the maple syrup and fenugreek, which is a very strange combination. Now this has been sitting out for far longer than I had hoped, because basically with the hot lights, now these lights that are straight above me are, they got a little bit. These are mostly LEDs, and so they're barely hot. But those way over there are really freaking hot, even though they're quite a distance from me. So I'm going to pour this whole thing, because this either is going to be great, and I'm going to spend the next couple hours sipping on this while I'm editing other videos and recording some stuff, or I'm dumping it. So our final Game of Thrones release expresses the state of the Seven Kingdoms after 8 seasons of bloody battle. The name is a tribute to fans everywhere. The recipe, a nod to Bryon the Broken and his time beneath the weirwood, I guess, tree. The beer pours a rich mahogany hue. That's not mahogany. There should be hints of red in there if it's mahogany. With aromas of sweet maple, absolutely, and caramelized sugar, absolutely. Notes of cocoa and toffee, a smooth, velvety mouthfeel, and a rewarding finish that gently smolders with lingering roast. Okay. I will say this, the smell alone is better than Season 8. That is good. My 375 is no longer accurate. I have a feeling I had this new. And I know Jungle Jim's was trying to get rid of this stuff. And it's been, like I said, I was supposed to do this about half an hour ago, but the dogs acted up. My watch has ended. My only complaint is it needs to be 12%. This could definitely age. I mean, this is, I don't know when this bottled. I had it in December, so I had it 6 months ago. There's a good chance, because Jungle Jim's had it on clearance, essentially, that it's almost a year old. And if this was 12%, okay, and Ommegang, I know you're up in, is it Pennsylvania or New York? Okay, never, it's wherever the Baseball Hall of Fame is. Right? Cooperstown, New York. It is the Baseball Hall of Fame. At 8%, you're on the very border of something that can sell it. 12%. Now, the thing is it's boozy at 8. So they'd have to do it a little bit different at 12. There's even hints of raisin. That's why I think they use a Belgian yeast here. Definitely maple syrup. Definitely the sugary, the caramelized malt. And it does. I get very little hints of cocoa, but quite a bit of toffee. Velvety mouthfeel is accurate. I think this would be an unbelievable beer to cellar if it had higher alcohol. I mean, I might go back to Jungle Jim's and get a couple bottles at $5. Just take the chance and try it again in 6 months. But here mid-June, where it's hot as freak, this is the wrong kind of beer to drink. This hot. Yeah, there's really feels like there's hints of Belgian yeast in there, which could handle the higher alcohol. Oh, there might be a date on here. I saw something that I can't frickin' read. It is a bottled on date. Oh, I forgot to raise my shoot. I forgot to raise my. I'm giving this a 4 1/4. Mainly because I think they could have done a little bit better job, and they should have made it a little bit higher in alcohol. Now, if I could just remember how to get the stupid flashlight. There we go. I can always get this when I don't want it. Where is it? There it is. That's made it worse. It's a Best Buy date that I cannot read. I definitely need new glasses. So it's not only is it really small, it's brown bottle, black lettering. I don't even know if this will pick it up. Yeah, it will. But only if I hold it at an angle. The lettering's there. It cannot focus. Guys, most of the people who drink your beers are older. I don't know where Fairlane, Ohio is. God. I still can't. Oh, what? Okay. 03 23 21, I think is what it says. So March 21st, or 23rd of 2001, or 2021, so it's got another year. I might go get a couple bottles and see how well, but if this was 12%, it could go for 2 or 3 more years easily, in particular with a cork. So I'm going to yell at you guys for a little bit of undersight on that. In particular, the last one that should have been really high in alcohol. You know, I understand 8% lets it sell in different states. Ohio used to have a limit, now they don't. It was 10, then it was 12, and now it's not. So it would have been awesome that, I mean, and then 15, in particular, if you let some of that maple syrup ferment as well. I understand it tends to require different yeast. I get it. I've used maple syrup in the past. I've used blackstrap molasses. I've used all kinds of other stuff in my own beers. With a lingering roast. So yeah, it's a very nice. There's the gently smolders is not there, and that may be because it's been a little bit old. And you know, it's been at Jungle. You know, it's not like it's been in cold storage, right? It's not like been at 55 degrees for all this time. It's been in the store, and that'll age it faster too. If you get the stuff and you put it somewhere at 55 degrees cellar temperature, it'll age slowly over time and be fantastic. But in my opinion, you missed, but not by much. Now, I watched, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes on the first disc. As everybody was talking about the series, I rented it years ago on Netflix. I tried very hard to watch the first 3, and I didn't care. I ejected it, put it back in the thing, took all the rest of them out of my queue, and never went back. I watched part of something in season 8 in Chicago with Jesse and Anna and some others, and I didn't know what was going on. I don't even remember what episode it was. I just know they were all pissed off. But 4 1/4 is the. So if you check Untapped, you're going to see a lower score than that. I meant to change it. I think I gave it 3.5 or 3 3/4. Definitely 4 1/4. But man, I would love to see this beer made with a higher alcohol content to cellar. That would be awesome. And with a hint of cinnamon would also be good. I understand that it would fade over time, but when it's new, I think that would help as well. So what do you think of my watch has ended? Do you like it, not like it? Let me know in the comments below, and we will see you. Goodbye. Maybe this was the one Kelly and I reviewed.